Well, hello, my lovely dishers. It is time to dish with a D. It is Saturday. It is time for the WW weekly meeting topic and my weigh-in. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, I didn't go to my meeting because they canceled it because of the snow. And I wouldn't have went anyway because I don't drive in the snow 25 minutes. If I don't have to. If it's work, it's different. But, But yeah, look at it. Yeah, it's still coming down. It is 9:15 in the morning. We should have snow for another few hours. So if you want to hear the WW meeting topic of the week and my weigh-in, then stay tuned. I'm going in. Well, here we are. Another Saturday, another weekly weigh-in, and another meeting topic. And, I did start the Magenta Squared plan this week, and did it help? Do you feel? And I want to reiterate the plan real quick before we go into meeting topic, because I know there was a bit of confusion. I'm not surprised, because it is. I know what I'm talking about because I thought of it, but I guess hearing it does sound confusing. All right, now I have to finagle the app. Obviously, it's not going to give me the Magenta plan. It's not going to give me all those 0-point foods. So in my mind, I know I have them all that are listed. I don't have all the way the purple plan was. No, I just have the ones that they have listed in the proteins and I call them the carb page, which, it has the rice, the pasta, that second sheet or that second screen. So I took all of those, avocado, oats, yada, yada, yada. So I'm giving myself, I am eating a minimum of 23 points, but a maximum of 28. I'm going to fall between 23 and 28. Again, is the app giving me that? No, but I do have weekly, so I can track and be fine. It's not going to give me all those 0-point foods. So in my mind, I have to know that those are 0 points. It's going to give me points for them. So all the proteins on this one protein screen are 0 points for me. I allow myself to have one serving of them. Now, if I go to have a second serving, most times other than eggs and yogurt are the ones I probably really don't worry about. The eggs and the yogurt. But the chicken, the fish, the what else is the beans and the tofu, I think are the other ones, are ones I will be accountable for. Not the first serving. If I have eggs for breakfast and I have chicken for lunch, I'm not worrying about it. But if I have eggs for breakfast, chicken for lunch, and then chicken for dinner, I'm going to count that chicken. Remember, eggs and 0 are null for me, in my mind. So if I go to have chicken for dinner, since I had it for lunch, I will give it 1 point per serving. If I have 2 servings of chicken for dinner, then it gets another point. I'm not going to have 2, but the off shot that I do, that's what I'm going to do. Or if I wind up having chicken and beans for dinner, then since I've already chosen chicken at lunch and I'm having chicken free, I will count those beans as 1 point per serving, if that makes sense. I know it sounds confusing for everyone, but remember, you're not doing it, I am. So don't worry if it's confusing. And then for the carb screen, I will allow myself to have one of those per day, whether it be rice, pasta, potatoes, oats, avocado. Now, if I decide to have another helping of that, I will give it 2 points per serving. Now, unless I'm having 1 point's worth of avocado and that comes to 1 point versus 2 points, then, I'll accordingly change that. But and rice, I'm not going to go over that. It's odds I'm not going to go back for another cup of rice. This is not going to happen. I'm not hungry enough for that. But if I wind up having potatoes at lunch and I have potatoes for dinner, then I'm going to give it 2 points. Or I have hash waffles for breakfast for 0. And then we wind up having roasted potatoes for dinner, I'm going to count that as 2 points. Now, if it's over the serving, then I will definitely point accordingly. I'm not going to cheat the system. I'm not out to cheat the system. That's, So that is that. And what else was I going to say about that? There was something else I was going to say. Oh, how I'm going to track it. I'm going to go everything in quick add. I do that anyway. So it's not going to know. I know it's 0, so I don't have to, I won't put it in. But like I say, I have to count that second potato. Then I will put dinner, and then I will add the 2 points into dinner. So my dinner will be, whatever point. So quick add works for that purpose. So that's how I'm tracking that. So I hope that explains it. If not, like I said, we'll talk about it on Sunday at live tomorrow night. Actually, Saturday today. We'll talk about it at the live tomorrow. Bring your questions if you have any. Come to the live and ask. Like I said, this is not a plan for everyone. This is what I'm doing, and please don't sit there and feel you have to do it, because it's not a. I'm saying I'm not doing it to say, hey, you should try this. I'm doing this as saying this is what I want to try. If you want to see what happens, then see what happens. Okay, how did the writing go? You've been on Magenta. I've been on Magenta since probably Tuesday, give or take. Or was it Monday? It was Monday or Tuesday. I'm down 0.8. I was like, yay! For me, 0.8. That's 2 weeks in a row of a loss. Oh, my gosh. I'm going in the right direction. I'm happy with a 0.8. Heck, I'd have been happy with staying the same. But a 0.8 is quite the win. So I added the point to my scale. Yes, because Weight Watchers scale is 1 pound heavier than mine here. And I know that because I get weighed here and then I get weighed there. So I added the point. I added the pound. So I am, jiving with WW. Because if I don't, it'll mess up next week because they're, so I thought, let's just minus the pound and put it on there. So I did that. Or add the pound. All right, let's get to the meeting topic. This is always a favorite of mine, isn't it? Because I struggle with this, and we're going to give you some interesting tips. So I really was excited when I read this morning. I did some research before I came on. Yeah, I've been up a while. I went to a Zoom, my WW Zoom. So I've been up early. For me it's early. Most people don't think 8 o'clock is early, but for me that's early on a Saturday. Well, on a weekend. Meet your Stay on Track tool for healthy eating. Oh, the Stay on Track tool. What could that be? It is spend a few minutes answering these questions so you can map out what you will eat this week. It's planning, ladies and gents. Which meals do you want to plan? What are you going to make? What do you need to buy? What do you need to prepare? So it's giving you the steps in meal planning, because that's what the goal of them, the goal of this is to get you to meal plan. And when you plan, you tend to, sometimes we're supposed to eat what we planned, but that doesn't always happen. Like sometimes we eat what we planned and something else. Hey, that's normal. Don't beat yourself up. But if you follow these steps, this is like step by step. Now you saw I have a video on beginning meal planning that I did with Joan. I will link that in the cards if you have not seen that. We're going to do a follow-up eventually. And I have not, you can only do what you can do. If this is not the way you think, this is not going to work. And I'm just going to throw that out there. You can't teach. I'm a firm believer in we're geared to how we're geared. And as much as I want to do something, if it's not in my DNA and my structure and my thought process, it's just not going to happen. And I hate to say it that way because someone's like, oh my God, I came. And I always say, try something. Maybe it is in your DNA and you're just not utilizing it. So I always say, try something and see how you feel. And if you can continue it, then continue it. But if it's too much stress and too much, then obviously you can't do it if it's driving you nuts. So, but what I like is, what are you going to buy? It's always good to go with a list, because if you don't have a list when you go to the store, you buy too much. Guilty all the time. So I've been trying to be more diligent in making a list. And what I did, if you see that video, is I picked out recipes, an arsenal of recipes that I like to make, that my family likes to eat. So I have those to pick from, and then sometimes something pops up, like I'm hopefully going to do it this weekend. Pound Dropper posted chicken tikka masala, and it just sounded like like spices, and I've never made tikka masala, and I thought so I had to get my garam masala, which just arrived yesterday from Amazon. So hopefully maybe tomorrow I'll make that. We'll see if I get to it, because again, let's lay plans. But what I want to say, let's read the rest of Kristen Fisher first. Let's dive a little deeper. Well said. We said it before, we'll say it again. Meal planning may not sound sexy, but it can make your life and your weight loss journey a whole lot easier. It does. But here's the thing. If you've planned for something and you get up and you just don't want it, there's my issue. I eat what I want. So I plan my breakfast the night before. And 9 times out of 10, I'm always good on that, because I think about it. And it makes my mouth water sometimes. Like I made 2 of the tropical overnight oats and tropical stuffed French toast. And with the fruit and the coconut and the yogurt, it just really made my mouth water. So I so enjoyed that. And that'll be in my What I Eat in a Day. That'll come out probably during the week. You can see that if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen it, because I kind of post in the stories there. Figure out which meals you want to plan for the week. New to meal planning, start with making one meal. Already a meal prepper? Then try making a few things. Decide what you're actually going to make. Consider all of those recipes in the WW app and these meal plans, inspirations. Literally in your hand, there's truly something for everyone. Don't forget to plan snacks and sides, not just meals. I am a firm believer in having an arsenal of snacks. You know I'm a bar queen. I have bars everywhere because sometimes you need something, and it's a great option. And I just ordered some little individual packs of chips from WW. They were having a 30% off sale. I know they're really expensive, but they're pre-portioned and they're 2 points, and I like that. See, I need pre-portioned snacks. I just do. Grocery list. Check your fridge and pantry to see what you still need. Schedule a day, a time to shop. I'm again a believer in a full stocked freezer, fridge, and pantry. I just feel like I need to go to there and be able to pull out a meal out of my ass. And 9 times out of 10 I can. There's always frozen vegetables. There's always some frozen meats. There's either ground meat, there's turkey, there's beef, there's some frozen fish fillets. There's always something. And then I have canned stuff. I have canned tuna. I have canned chicken. I have canned shrimp, because you just don't know what you feel like. And then there's always pastas. There's always rices. There's always potatoes. Even frozen potatoes. I have frozen hash browns. So if I don't have any fresh potatoes, I could throw, like the other night, we had breakfast for dinner. I had a kind of burrito thing. So I had potatoes, shredded potatoes, and eggs, and some Canadian bacon. I always have Canadian bacon in the freezer because my family eats regular bacon. I'd rather have Canadian bacon. I like ham. I've always been a ham girl. So there's always canned veggies. I know people don't love canned veggies. I get that. But let me tell you something. Having some canned potatoes and canned corn, canned string beans around, in a pinch, you can make anything. And you ever make the canned soup where you just dump cans of vegetables and then broth? And it's honestly, it's better than an alternative of ordering out, you know? Plan for meal planning. Yes, planning takes planning. Think about how much time you'll need and start your cook. Think of a day that you have a few free minutes. Now that's hard, and then get a paper. You don't need there's menu planners. I buy all the bells and whistles and I just don't use them. So you don't need a planner. You just need a piece of paper and, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And you can plan. If you want to plan breakfast, lunch, and dinner, if you just want to plan breakfast and dinner, if you want to plan all three, you have that opportunity. But what I want to leave you with 2 websites that I will link down below. These help me out on many occasions because I'm not the best planner. But like I said, having a full stocked pantry, fridge, and freezer, I can pull a meal out of my ass. One is called Super Cook. And what they do is you list the ingredients you have and they will give you recipes for those ingredients. I love that idea because sometimes you want something a little bit different with your chicken and your string beans. And it will give you something that you might not have thought of. Oh, we could put tomato sauce in it. I never thought about that. That one. And My Fridge Food. I think fridgefood.com. I think if I only had my glasses on, maybe I would be a better reader. So myfridgefood.com. Another one that there's apps also you could download, but I don't know about you, but I don't have much room on my phone for apps. So I like doing websites and having the laptop and just fiddling with there. But absolutely, go on. I believe my Fridge Food has a mobile app. So I think maybe the Super Cook, let's say. It might. It doesn't say it on the front screen, but a lot of them do. And you log in, you create an account for free, and this way it saves everything. And it's just interesting to see what you can come up with something different. Sometimes changing up our food, the way we make our food, is a little bit exciting. Like, oh, you get this chicken and string beans and add something that you have in your pantry and oh, that's a little bit different. I kind of like it. And it just keeps everything fresh because in order to stay on plan, you got to keep it fresh. I will say that you don't want boring food because boring food is boring and it will not keep you on plan. And you will be like, oh, this Weight Watchers sucks. This weight loss journey, this healthy, because it's a healthy lifestyle. We are not on a diet. At least I'm not. Maybe you are, but I am not on a diet. This is how I need to cook forever and find engaging and fun things to make with what I have on hand. And yeah, I'm not running to the store to grab an ingredient it's blizzard out there right now. I ain't going anywhere, so I got to utilize what I have. And like I said, and having a full spice rack, so important. We had a discussion about Flavor God, and I'm a little bit over Flavor God, honestly. They were great during pandemic because it was something different. But I'm finding that a lot of stores are up in their spice game. Trader Joe's has a fabulous spice selection. If you go to your local store, mine just had all these grinders, flavor grinders on sale for $1. I got an everything one. I got a funky salt one. So you just never know what your local store has. And Christmas tree shop, if you ever have one of those, they always have interesting spices. That's where I got the dill pickle everything sauce. Everything but the bagel was called dill pickle. So yeah, check out your local stores. Check out these little, interesting stores and go to their spice section. I know TJ Maxx and Marshall's, they have an interesting kitchen section. So go check out their spices. Make that like having, I have all the extracts up the wazoo because why? I could change the flavor of my oatmeal, my pancakes with just a drip of that. Skinny syrups, yes. I will always love skinny syrups. I don't think I'll ever be over them because the flavor they give for 0 points in calories is my jam. And everything, your drinks, your food. I do have an obsession with that. But yes, I like having stocked things that I can pull from. And it's great. I know not everybody has a freezer and that's hard, but you could definitely have a stocked pantry. Make a little separate pantry in your basement. Get a cute little Rubbermaid thing and just put stuff in there so keep your friends out. And all different kinds of like quinoas, and I love orzo. I many years ago, I think it was before I was married. Yeah, I was still single, and I created a pasta salad with orzo. Nobody ever in my family ever made that, and I'm obsessed with orzo pasta salads. Oh my gosh, it's so good. A Greek one that I make is phenomenal. I make your own Greek dressing, and there's tomatoes and olives and onion, everything in the Greek salad. Feta is your friend, and that's always good too. Having some cheeses, some dried cheeses like Parm, feta, ricotta salata. Don't need a lot of them to amp up the flavor of what they do. I'm telling you, probably a teaspoon of feta is all you need, and it's very extremely low in points for the flavor it gives. So check out those websites. That is how I kind of meal plan anymore. It's just hard, like I said, to change innately who you are, and I'm just not a person that thinks that far ahead. Not everybody is, and if you are, that's great and that's wonderful. And you need to do what you do, you boo, is what I usually say. You need to find out who you are, like, and that's what a journey is all about. It's this is what you find out what kind of cook you are, what kind of planner you are. You don't have to be the same planner as I am or somebody else. You need to be your own planner, and this is personal points. So if I'm personalizing my plan like I did, I'm personalizing how I figure out food. So that includes personalization for all the way around. You just need to experiment and find what works for you. Like I said, what works for me may not work for you. What works for you is not going to work for me. You just need to find you, and that's why they call it a journey of discovery. So that is it. I hope you got something out of this. Like I said, I'm not the best planner, but I do use several different things. I don't know what that was. I don't know who Anthony was. I don't know. See what happens when text messages come in and you're like, what? Squirrel. All right, ladies and gents, I will see you tomorrow at live, 7 Eastern time. Everybody's welcome to pop in. You just pop in, share. We're going to talk about, maybe we'll talk about meal planning tomorrow. How's that? We talked about breakfasts and lunches. Dinners is something, I don't know. I don't think we should we could talk about dinners, but it's going to be on meal planning and how you prep and stuff like that. And maybe you can get an idea, and it'll help you out, because sometimes you might not have thought of that. Oh, speaking of which, we can't leave without, it's 0.8. I'm counting it as a pound. So there. Well, if I gain it, then I'll take it back. But yep, we're going down, people. We're going down. So thank you for joining me. If you do enjoy these, please give them a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, there's a subscribe button. Hit it. Join the Dish with D community. We are killing this weight loss 1 pound at a time. So join us. We do lives. We have a fabulous Facebook group called Dish with D's Crew. Join us in Facebook as well. And if you haven't followed me on Instagram, there is a link down there for that as well. I am trying TikTok. It's a bit difficult for me, old gal, but yeah, I'm trying it. It's fun. And you find a lot of interesting, talk about finding food finds. TikTok has a lot. I always say TikTok hack. Fabulous. So I will talk to you later. We will dish another day, my lovelies.